I wanted to do this video a lot better than I'm going to have to end up doing it. But the Jojolands Chapter 1 came out way sooner than I expected. Literally 2 days sooner than I expected. So I don't have time to do the prediction video that I wanted to do. So I'm just going to do the predictions here in a very truncated format. I don't even have the predictions like solidified in my head. So it's going to be a lot of rambling. But number one, I hope Jojolands does some kind of explicit callback to the previous universe. I think this will be the last part. I guess that's a prediction of itself, but I think this will be the last part. So I hope that there's some reference to the previous one, kind of just a general like not just a send off, but like an actual canonical like part of the story where they reference previous universes in some explicit manner. They kind of did that in part 8 towards the end, but it was just kind of like a uh, So second prediction. I know the name now, but I hope that fuck. I hope that there will be a Joestar that is a Jolene representative. I'm actually predicting that that will be the case because I don't want to spoil it, but I'm not even gonna reference it. Matter of fact, I hope there's a Jolene counterpart in this. Um, Number three, fuck. I don't even have a prediction in my head here. Number three, I really hope that I hope he writes what makes sense for him to write. He did the mystery thing, kind of like the who done it type of thing, or at least it was the big bad with part 8. And in the last leg, Araki just didn't complete, in my opinion, for my perspective, he didn't keep the mystery going. Basically, we get to the flash forward that has no relevancy whatsoever, pretty much towards the tail end of the story, and then we just get to this moment where the final villain ends up being exactly who we all thought it was going to be. I just feel like that type of narrative that he was going for just did not get completed. So I just hope that he writes what he can finish. And I know that Araki is one of the few authors that is good at writing an entirely different story and damn near piece of work from beginning to end. Literally almost an entire different character and all that stuff. That's stuff that he's done in the past. So maybe he'll do it again, but I just hope there's something that he can stick if he goes whatever type of writing genre he sticks himself into. Number four, I hope it's not drawn out. Like, I mean, I feel like he hasn't had too many that are drawn out feeling, but I hope that it's one that we kind of get a concise and just really really consistent theme. Even if there are like change ups and stuff like that, which are perfectly fine, but I just hope that it's consistent. It's not like a feeling that, oh my god, we just wasted 10 months on nothing, which there's some people that had that feeling leaving Jojolands, that we wasted like the last 10 months on pretty much nothing. I really don't have anything else. I don't know what it'll do for the villain, because the villains I feel like have pretty much been original, so I don't think there'll be too many villain callbacks. I mean, you have Diego Brando, obviously, but not really too many alternate universe counterparts for previous villains. With who this protagonist is, I have to think that at least one prior villain will matter in some capacity, but I'm not sure how because of the way this universe is structured. So we'll see. I'm gonna let it cook here. I guess one last thing is I just want that villain to be to be good, to feel good having that villain. I think Toru was not a bad design villain, but it's just the way Toru went out just didn't feel good. And also one more thing, I want to have a cast that like you can like really promote and publicize and all that stuff. The Jolien's cast, Jolien's been out for 12 years now. The Jolien's cast does not get nearly as much love as in the pre-alternate universe. I guess the alternate universe cast don't really seem to get that publicization that the pre ones did. I'm not sure if it's because they haven't animated yet, because they're the newest ones. I'm not sure. But I mean, part 7 has been out for like 15, like some crazy amount of years, like 13, 12, 14 years. So I mean, it's just weird that like in the bodies of work, in the social media pages, in the video games, 7, 8, even though they have, I think, a lot of characters, they don't really get that much love. So I'm hoping that whatever 9 does, I'm not saying that 9 should be like Dragon Ball Super and just do like a bunch of characters for the sake of selling character pieces and figures and all that stuff. But like, I really want some guys that I feel like get love. You know what I mean? Even part 6, like part 6 was probably the most not dick road part of the post stands but pre alternate universe 3, 4, 5, and 6. Out of those 4, I feel like 6 gets the least love, and I felt like that for since I've originally read 6 and followed the community. But even then, 6 had Jotaro. It had a lot of love went towards well, their casting didn't get a lot of love either. But I feel like people are starting to appreciate their casting now. I need a good level of cast in this fucking part, bro. I don't need one good Joe bro like Gyro or Yasuho. I need a whole good cast. A entire front to back good cast.